Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Vulkan, and today we have a special look at Endless Dungeon. This is the latest entry into the Endless universe. This one is set as a roguelite tactical tower defense game. So there's a pretty interesting blend of things going on here. You have multiple heroes you can choose from. You can have up to 3 at a time that you can switch between during your missions. They all have their own unique abilities, but that's not the only thing that you have to manage. You also have to be able to go through and create turrets and create defenses to protect this rock. This crystal right here on this little crystal bot is your life. So if that thing dies, you all die. If you die by yourself, you die. So there's multiple ways to die in this game, and because it's a roguelite, there is some difficulty and some strategy that you need to employ in order to kind of go through and win. So I've played a couple runs so far, and I played the tutorial, kind of got my bearings a little bit, but I want to go and show you guys just a brand new, fresh look at what a run through Endless Dungeon looks like. Now, please note that this is a OpenDev platform down here, OpenDev version. And over here, you can see that it is not even 1.0 yet. So there are things that will not maybe work as intended. We might run into hiccups. For me, everything seems to be there. Everything seems to be functioning. The only thing that I ran into that was an issue were some stuttering and frame rate drops. So we'll see what happens during our run. But please know if you do see those, that's just something that's kind of there for now. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's start a brand new game, and we can talk about some of the stuff that we can expect from Endless Dungeon. So first off, you're loaded into this nice little saloon here, and we got our guy, Blaze. This guy. There's only one mission, Devotion Garden. So let's go ahead and fire this thing up. So here you have 3 heroes to choose from. You can bring 2 with you until you unlock the procedural factory, whatever that is, and you can unlock this 3rd slot. So let's talk about some of these heroes. So first we have Zed. She is a kind of heavy minigun toting hero. She has a few different abilities. So first is Audio Wave, which is going to damage everybody in a rectangle in front of her. Then we have Death Metal, which causes all monsters around her in a circular zone to have their speed and defense reduced. And then she is going to increase her movement speed and attack speed. And then lastly, incoming damage, or it increases your damage power per monster killed. So she kind of has that rage mechanic. Next, let's get this off. There we go. Next we have Bunker. So Bunker has a pistol and a shield, and you can see kind of stats here. And then Back Off, so Shockwave to stun and damage monsters. Hunker, which is going to give you short invulnerability with increased aggro, and then Triggering. Attack damage will rise with received damage, so more damage you take, the more damage you deal. And then lastly, we have Blaze. So Blaze has some mines. He has a series of bombs that'll detonate on nearby enemies for his ultimate, and then he has Afterburn, which has an increased chance to do elemental explosions. So as you go through, you're able to use these abilities with a little lightning bolt pretty quickly and pretty frequently. But then this one down here is your ultimate. So this will charge over time, and then as you kill more monsters, you'll be able to use it more often. And then this one down here is sort of like your passive one. So I've already done a Blaze and Bunker run. So I think instead I want to do a Bunker Zed run. I feel like balancing the defense with kind of the rage mechanic of Zed is going to be useful. Now granted, I'm solo. I don't have another player to jump in and, you know, experience this with me. So this is just going to be me bouncing back and forth. And that's one thing to note too, is whatever heroes you bring to the table, you're able to jump between them using the space key. So you can see I can switch back and forth like so. You can see up here, you have your ultimate on R, you have your skill on Q, you have just your regular attack here. This is melee on your right click. So you can also click and hold space, and you can tell your other heroes to stay or to follow. Okay, so let's break down this thing really quick. So this is the crystal, and this guy right here, he is your livelihood. If he dies, you die. So we can see up here we got some some stuff going on. So you can go through, you can make some upgrades and adjustments. As long as you have the proper currency, then you can upgrade, like, you know, speed to all crystal actions. You can make so you can get extra industry, which we'll talk about here in a moment. You can give increased hero movement speed when you're near the crystal meth id. And these take, you can see construction cost, one of those little kind of diamonds there. So up here at the very top, you have your crystal health. So once this reaches 0, you die. And let's see if we can't find a generator really quick, which is another thing. So as you go through and you open these doors, you're going to find new stuff. So the whole point of this game is to open more and more doors. All right, so it looks like we found a hero upgrade on our first door. So here you can spend food, this currency here, in order to give yourself a passive increase, whatever it is. So increasing the rate of fire, adding damage to enemies near the hero, and doing extra maximum speed. If I don't want anything on Z, I can switch over to bunker, and I can kind of do the same thing here. I think I'm going to go with horse kick because shove's a really good skill, and I think that's going to help us out here in the long run. So let's break down some of these other currencies. So we have food. We saw that one. It's increasing your hero's skills and passives and stuff. Then we have this little gear cog. This is called industry, and this allows us to build turrets, defenses, things like that. So, and then we have at the top, we have science. Science allows us to research new turrets. Now, all these different little things here on the ground, you can go through and choose between turret, jellifier, or shield. This is all we have right now. Turret is going to do basic damage for a turret. Regular stuff. You have the jellifier, which is going to reduce the speed and defense on monsters around this thing. And then we have shield. This is going to increase the defense of everything in this room. These are incredibly useful for protecting generators, turrets, and your crystal. Don't sleep on them, as well as the jellifiers, because being able to crowd control is incredibly important, because the enemies move very quickly in this game. All right, so I think what I'll do is I'm gonna leave the big door for now, and instead, so here's some enemies. Let's see how that works. We also found a treasure chest. Okay, this has been a pretty solid run so far. Okay, so we got the light shocker. So this can't be equipped by me. It can only be equipped by bunker here. So you can see increase my DPS, my damage, everything else. So we can go ahead. Here's what we're looking at here. Now each hero can hold 2 weapons. So, you know, being able to go through and kind of decide the ones that you want is going to be super important. Sort of how you can kind of get a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a build, but a little bit of a strategy going. All right, so I'm going to build a turret in that room. I'm going to build another turret right here. So if things go sideways, at least we'll have a little bit of help. Now you can break those things. You can use them to kill enemies, but I also use them to just get some resources. Okay, so let's open this door. All right, let's see what we're working with here. Let's break this thing. Pick these up. And that's part of the thing too, right? Is you have to break all of the breakables. Okay, we got a wave incoming. You got to break all these breakables so you can get more currency. Because all of the currency right now is tied to opening doors. And what I mean by that is if you set up a generator to give you industry, it's only going to give you industry when you open a door. At least that's my interpretation from what I've seen so far. So there's one of our skills. That's the kind of pushback skill that we upgraded with our horse kick module. Now, right now, it doesn't seem like a lot's happening. This is a very basic one kind of central wave, and that's simple. You can sit there and you can just gun them down as they come out. When things get really interesting is when you have enemies coming from 14 different directions, and you have to choose, you know, what do you want to do? Where do you want to defend? Where should your attention go? Okay, so this is a generator. So you can see select a resource that'll be produced at each door opening if you defend this generator. So this is what I was talking about earlier. So every time you open a door, it's going to give you some currency, which kind of leads to the double-edged sword, right? You need to open more doors to get more currency, but opening more doors introduces more enemies. So it's one of those things, you know, you're going to have a lot more risk to get a lot more reward. So for me, I always like to go with industry first. I feel like being able to get my defenses in a good spot is a little bit better than trying to research or upgrade my heroes. Now on the next one, I will most likely go for research because that's going to help a ton when it comes to getting new turrets. So let's go ahead and let's put a jellifier here. Now you can see I only have one. I'm gonna get 3 when I open my door, and I need 3 to do my turret to defend this. So open this door. I got 4 now. So now let's build my turret. Because we want to defend this generator, because if this thing dies, there is not a way to get it back. So being able to, you know, make sure that thing stays up is super important. So here we have another generator. It does cost industry to activate, so we can't do it yet. So we need to go open some more doors. Okay, so here we go. Now we got waves. So we got waves coming from up here, but we also got waves coming from down south too. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna station Zed right here, so she can kind of guard that area, and then I'm gonna go down here and make sure things don't get too wild. So it's kind of a good thing we didn't do that generator, because we wouldn't have been able to protect it. You can see down here in the mini map how Zed's doing. So she has a big elite that's coming out and fighting her. Let's go help her take care of that. Oh, she already did. All right, cool. Perfect. So that's sort of a look at the dynamic of having 2 different spawn locations for enemies. So if you activate this switch, it's going to unlock all the locked doors. Let's go ahead and do this. Great. All right. Now I think, so I have 1 point. Hopefully I chose the right door. Some of these doors are rough because they will, they'll spawn some enemies, they'll spawn some new enemy types. So it's just not great. Okay, so here's a research machine. So this is for unlocking new turrets, unlocking new stuff. So you have a Tesla ball, which is going to cause a lightning arc. You have a basic turret, which is going to increase the basic turret to dual instead of just 1. And then you have an EMP blast that you can set up. So we can't afford any of these yet. You can see we're close. We only have 16. And this little icon here means this will spawn a wave. So whenever you start a research, it's going to spawn waves you need to defend against. And here you can see we found another nest. We can't close doors, unfortunately, so we're going to have to just kind of hope for the best. So we're going to do that. I think I'm going to go up here to this other... See, I don't really want to open this one up, because see, if I open this door, this is going to cause a new path, a new route for them to get to the crystal. So if I open this door, this nest right here will be able to go up and around instead of all the way around. So creating a longer path for them is going to be better than just opening this door and making things more convenient for myself, because then you have 2 nests that you have to kind of manage at the same time. So let's go down here. Let's open this sucker up. Oh, what's this guy? Ooh, what's up? Oh, I can buy stuff. That's cool. Let's do the needler. Oh, that's nice. I've never messed with that. That's really cool. Ooh, look at this needler, guys. Dang. This thing is absolutely shredding. Okay, so we got like the wandering merchant from like Resident Evil that just shows up. Look at my wares. Okay, so your ultimate takes a little bit of time to cast. You see there's a little cast time there. They're typically very powerful, so it's something that, like, you know, it's worth the cast time. But at the same time, you just got to be careful because you don't want to put yourself in a position. Oh, our crystal's dying. Look. See our turret? Just busted up. That'll happen. So our crystal lost some health. That ain't good. Okay, wave's over. So I'm curious if that merchant's still up. Let's see. Nope. You buy one thing and he disappears. All right, I'm gonna stick with what I got. That was really cool though. I haven't done that. Okay, so this is a dark room. So in here you can't activate anything because it's dark. So you have these currency here, and if I click and hold C, that'll actually bring light to this room, and it'll allow me to use the defenses in this room. If I would have kept this dark, this room would be a dead room, and I couldn't do anything in there. Okay, so I have 4. I think up here's fine. I'm pretty confident Zed will be able to do what she needs to do. But down here was a little sketchy. So I'm going to add... We already have 2 turrets, so that's the crazy thing. Yeah, but this is the closest part to the crystal. So I would say let's add a turret right here. I think that way if they manage to get past all of our stuff, then we got 3 turrets. So hopefully something will work. Okay, so let's go this way. And let's continue opening some doors. We have a warrant. All right, so I got a chest. Let's see what we got in here. Okay. Light magnify. Yeah, I just don't really have any. Okay. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, this one's just so much better. So I think we'll stick with that. Let's open this door. Oh, we have another chest. Dang, we were just getting chests like crazy. Ooh, light grenadier. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. All right, let's go back and let's defend. I think Zed's good where she's at, but I'm gonna head down here and help provide some support because Lord knows we need it. I have like a perfect, like look at this, perfect firing line. See them down here? They can't go through that door because we didn't open it. Ooh, Zed needs help. Zed, I got you. Something I kind of wish Zed would do is activate her ultimate on her own. Instead of like me having to jump in and do it. See, okay, that went much, much, much smoother this time. All right, so let's continue opening some doors. I feel pretty good about where we are right now. Another chest. This one has a skull on it. Do they all have skulls on them? Ooh, yes. Big currency, big currency. All right, let's start a research really quick. It's going to spawn some waves. I get it. But I want to do a Tesla ball. Do I have to defend this thing? Like, will they attack that? Maybe. Oh, yeah, these big, like, slug deals. Yeah, if things go south, like that, I have to open this. All right, let's go aggro mode. And we'll just sit here and just mow these dudes down. I know that door's open now, but unfortunately kind of had to get there. Going around wouldn't have helped. Still got one dude that's stuck. Oh, he just sends more. Oh. This dude just like summons them. Gotcha. It's like a mobile spawner. That's terrible. Okay, we got a Tesla ball now though. Don't we? Oh, okay. I thought we had a Tesla ball. I guess not. It was all for nothing? I wonder if that's just not in the demo. Oh, well, that sucks. Alright, let's spend some... We need some extra stuff here. We'll go double turret here. I'm gonna do jellifier here. Help our turrets out a little bit. And let's start opening some more doors. So we're looking for the exit room, which we should be getting close. Oh, we found it. Okay, so here's the end door. So this is where stuff gets intense. Because the end door is where we have to bring the crystal. So we have to get our crystal out of this little socket we started off in. And we have to bring it here. So this is where stuff gets intense. We'll see if we survive. I feel medium about it. So let's see what happens. All right, Zed needs to follow us. All right. Is there anything we can do here? Cool. Okay. Let's grab the end door and let's roll. If we make it... Oh. I'm gonna have them come anyway. Alright, so now we just have to escort our crystal bot to that door. Now I tried to make a path of turrets to help us out. So we'll see what happens. Wasted that. Really thought I had more enemies around me. Okay, so my ultimate is almost up, which will be super helpful because that aggro will pull everything off of the crystal and put it towards me. So hopefully we can keep that up. I just need to get it activated. Where's Zed? Oh, Zed's dead. Okay, great. This is not looking good, guys. This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Oh, I got my ultimate. I got my ultimate. I got my ultimate. Okay, great. Shield up, aggro up. So I'll just mow these guys, and then he's going to go into that slot. Door's going to close here in a second. Let's go. We got Zed back. Yes. They lost their equipment, but that's okay. Zed didn't have anything because garbage. Okay. Let's see. Slow monsters on hit? Yes. Can each person take one? Nope. One at a time. All right. So, yeah. So what that did is now that we've gone through that course, I'll say that run, that map is dead and gone. So we can no longer go back, and we are now in this room. This is our starting crystal room, and this starts a brand new run. So you kind of have this like seamless run thing that's happening where you go through, you completely kind of scour an area for resources, you fight off waves, you keep your crystal alive, and then at the very end, you find the end door. And then you grab that end door, or you grab your crystal bot, take him to the end door opens, you go into another room, and then that begins that run. So you kind of chain together these runs rather than going, back to the menu or anything like that. So Pretty cool stuff. I really like it. But we're not looking too great, so let's just see what we can do. I'm not sure where that thing is. Can't upgrade my hero. Really disappointed we don't have our Tesla ball. That really bummed me out. It's a frame stutter. Ooh, what is this? This is a big room. Okay, so here's a new crystal slot. Okay, I'm gonna let my game just catch up. All right, so here's a new crystal slot. So this is gonna cause a wave, yeah, but we can bring our crystal here. Gotta take this guy out. There, our crystal doesn't die. Okay, Zed's dead. Oh, the merchant's under attack. That's interesting. Oh, so he can die. So each room seems to get harder in terms of like having more shit, or the enemies having more health and things like that. Gotcha. All right. I'm just gonna try to open as many doors as I can. We're getting near the end of the run, so let's see what happens. Ooh, look at this. Sniper beam. Blinding them with science. Oh, I can't equip it. Can you equip it? Yeah. Oh, it's like a slug type thing. That's cool. I'll roll with Zed. I'll see what happens. So what I've noticed is, when you get into the second room, that's when like the frame rate stuff starts to occur. So I think after this chest, I'm just gonna end this run and we can do some final thoughts. Well, we got 2 doors here. Another chest. Another one. Heavy darts. Look at that. 103. Dude, going heavy, I think, is pretty solid. Oh, that's kind of cool. That heavy metal. Dang, that's dope. Look at me. All right, let's end the run and let's talk about this thing. I would say so. That's all right. We're not gonna worry about that too much. Okay, so let's get some final thoughts going. All right, so in terms of Endless Dungeon, visuals, love it. Love the aesthetic, love kind of what they're going for here. it reminds me a lot of Space Punks, which is kind of funny to say, but I love the sort of like space cowboy kind of Western thing they're going for here. The hero build and the hero diversity I think is good. So if I go here and we can kind of pull these up again. So I know you guys didn't get a look at Blaze or anything like that, but what we've gone through, you know, having Bunker as a defensive character, having Zed as a kind of high DPS oriented character, and then Blaze as more of your kind of elementalist. Now we didn't get to see the Plague Doctor that we've seen in all the other trailers, but I think it's okay. Going through the diversity, I think it's good. You're gonna kind of find something that you like to play. Hopefully they'll add more heroes down the line, but for now we're gonna have, I believe, a grand total of 4 at launch to choose from, including that Plague Doctor. But everything kind of has their own strengths and weaknesses. Blaze, I know I played him kind of off camera, but he is very kind of slow and powerful. So his abilities and his weapons and all of that are typically slow, high damaging weapons. He has those landmines, which work out pretty well. And his ultimate ability can kind of clear big swaths of enemies, which is super nice. In terms of Bunker, I really like Bunker. I like his pushback. I like his aggro ability called Hunker. All of that stuff just plays super well in a team-oriented setting. But I think the big thing is being able to pull aggro. You saw what I did there with the Crystal Bot. You know, towards the end of that last run, I was able to pull all the aggro and let my Crystal Bot kind of nest in the next room to end this run. And then lastly, Zed, the kind of high damaging minigun toting character at first, but you can also get slow, high damaging projectiles, you know, towards the end. So overall build diversity, I like it. I like all the stuff that comes with each run. We saw the merchant, which I haven't seen before. That was a cool thing where you can kind of go purchase things to increase your character. Now, you saw that he could die, so I'm curious if after each wave he gives you new items, or if there's a way to spend currency to refresh his inventory. I'm not sure, I didn't spend enough time at him, but things like that I think I really enjoy. So from a tower defense perspective and from a roguelite perspective, I think this is a good blend. There are some things, obviously they need to work on performance and optimization, which I totally get. This is still a earlier version. But the other thing that I think may need to be tweaked as we get deeper into the game, and that's going to be the currency production. So being able to get industry, food, and science. So being able to do all three isn't going to be plausible, and it shouldn't be, right? You should have to kind of specialize on what you want to do. But I think having production only and exclusively tied to door openings is going to cause issues down the road. And the reason I say that is because, you know, you're going to have folks and you're going to have situations where you're not able to upgrade or place turrets. You're not able to install generators. You will have opened all of the doors in a room and you don't have enough currency to build anything. And not having a passive generation, I think, is going to be painful. So even if it's just like one every 30 seconds or something like that, or one every minute, but giving some sort of passive generation is going to help a lot, because that way people can sit and they can kind of wait and strategize a little bit while they're building those resources and letting generators generate. So yeah, either way though, I've had a really fun time. Like I said, I've done 4 runs so far, and every one has been different because all of the maps are procedural, but everyone has been fun and interesting, especially going through each different hero and all of that. There's still a lot of work to be done. This is just a very small taste, but I think if they can kind of continue expanding on the foundation they've laid here, I think it'll be a good game for folks to pick up and a really fun one to add to the Endless Dungeon, or Endless Universe rather. So if you're curious on when this one is coming, we don't have a release date quite yet. You can go out to Steam and wishlist it. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Is this something that looks interesting to you? Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Vulkan, and I'll talk to you next time.